Okay guys, we're going to give you a visual demonstration now of how a muscle is created. We're going to start with the smallest section of the muscle. Okay, so here we have the smallest strand of a muscle. Now to give you a visual demonstration of this guys, this section here is actually 1/10 of the size of a hair. So it's an extremely small section of the muscle. And we're going to create this kind of build up to get our big belly of the muscle. So this is actually called a myofibril. And a myofibril has sarcomeres that run adjacent to each other to create this whole strand. Within a muscle we could have thousands of these within a muscle. So let's create this muscle. I have several of these myofibrils, and these get wrapped up in the first connective tissue. Now the connective tissues are quite important guys. These wrap around and hold the muscle in place. So the first one guys is known as an endomysium. Okay, mysium guys is the connective muscle tissue. So whenever you see the word mysium, consider it's a muscle connective tissue. This one we said was called the endomysium. So think it's at the end, it surrounds the smallest section and goes around all of your myofibrils. This whole thing now is a muscle fibre. So a muscle fibre is linked with your endomysium. These then all get bunched up. So we could have tens of these in a muscle, and these will get kind of collected together and then come round into our second connective tissue. The second connective tissue, guys, we're going to use the tissue paper here. This is known as perimysium. So again, mysium for muscle, and we've got peri here. So these now get wrapped up. So we've got our muscle fibres in now. Okay, so tens of these wrapped up in our perimysium, and this is now a fasciculi. Okay, so this one is a fasciculi. These then start getting bunched up again. So we have several fasciculi within a muscle. These get drawn in nice and tight and have a third and final connective tissue, which is this bag. The third and final connective tissue, guys, is called the epimysium. So again, we've got mysium, which is our muscle connective tissue. And think of the word epi. Think epic, big, massive. So that goes around the biggest section of the muscle. So our epimysium wraps up, and this now creates a muscle belly. So this is the whole of the muscle. The connective tissues then wrap up into the end, and this then creates the tendon, which attaches into the bone. This muscle then will go through the contraction, it will enable it to shorten and to lengthen to create any form of muscle movement.